Yes. Thanks, Jamie, for the enthusiastic applause. I was actually told I was support band for you guys. I'm now changing everything. So, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Excellent.
Good. So then, first thing I'd like you to do, if you could, we're going to get straight into it. Tommy said you've got 45 seconds. So I said, okay. So if you could just turn to the person beside you, and if you haven't introduced yourself, do that first, and then tell them if there was one thing in your game of golf that if it was resolved, it would bring your scores down and it would mean that the enjoyment of your golf would go up. Tell them what that is.
Chris. Reading greens.
Okay, good. You guys, IQ up here. Top of the class. All done? Okay, great. Thank you. Did you get to do that both ways? I'm sorry if you didn't get to do it both ways. Who'd like to say something that they actually told the other person about their game? Chris, thank you.
I said reading the greens.
Okay. Oh, there's another one. Anything else that came up?
We spoke about consistency of contact on the ball, so compression, getting good connection with the ball and the rest kind of thing you can figure out.
Right.
But you want to get the ball up there.
Great. Anything else? Perfect. Anything else? Great. Next week's seminar is on reading greens and impact. No, so I just wanted to say that Atomo was correct. I did my apprenticeship at Surfers Paradise a long time ago. I started golf when I was 9. I'm not going to give you all of my history. I'm now 35. And, okay, fine.
Looking pretty good for that.
I did actually want to show you one of my early business cards. You see in the top right-hand corner there, you got any idea what that is?
You?
No, the top right-hand corner, that's Ben Hogan. Nice try, thanks, I'll pay you later. See that picture in the top right-hand corner? Okay, that's, thank you. Thank you. That's right, it is. Took me a while to draw that. Now, you might, what's that? You might be wondering what that's got to do with golf. Or not.
Should have gone with the tiger.
It's already taken. Would you like to know what that's got to do with golf? It's okay if you say yes or nod your head. You can even blink is okay, just so long I know that something's going on. But the bumblebee, you see, according to the scientists, the size and the weight of the bumblebee's little itty bitty wings, mathematically they say that the bumblebee can't fly. But you know what? The bumblebee doesn't know that. And he goes and flies anyway. Anyway, that was fairly important to me because when I was younger, I was told I'd never be able to play golf. We're not going to get into all those stories, other than the fact that I'm here, stumbled in the door. Definitely played a lot of golf. But the bumblebee sort of stayed with me the whole way. Put up your hand if you like the bumblebee story. Okay, thanks. Just check it. Okay, I won't use the bumblebee story next time. But I was actually telling, Tommy and Joseph earlier today. We have a little meeting every Thursday. For starters, that meeting is the first that I know of or am aware of that any golf pros get together or golf coaches get together and actually have a meeting. This is something that Tomo put in right from the get-go when I arrived here. I think that was to control me. But the meeting itself is quite incredible. The fact that we even have a meeting is incredible. And the fact that we're even doing a seminar like this is incredible to me, because this never happened back when I did my apprenticeship. And I'll tell you something else that happened during my apprenticeship, which was 3 years back then. And I was telling Tomu and Joseph today, I said, I just realized that through my apprenticeship, no one taught me the grip, stance, get aligned. You know what I was told to do? This is 30-something years ago, by the way. You know what I was told to do? Who wants to have a go? Have a guess. A wild guess.
Go play golf.
Okay, grip it and rip it's close. I was told to go and hit enough golf balls until you have blisters on your hands.
So how do I do it?
Well, I think that there is another way to do it. There are some things you can actually learn, and I think those fundamentals need to be learnt, and someone needs to teach them to you. But once you've got those things, everything else that Atomo and Jamie is going to take up tonight is what this is all about. So, is that interesting to you? Anyone not interested in that? So I just want to, in order to keep this under 45 seconds, thanks Chris, I'll pay you later. You're doing a good job. So is it okay if everyone closes their eyes for a moment? I'm going to just take you through a rapid little journey here. Could everyone just close their eyes? Now imagine you've lined up a drive to go right down the heart of the fairway. You've got your favourite driver on you. You prepare yourself. You check your stance and your grip. And then you take another look down the fairway. At this particular moment, you are focused. You know where the ball will go. You swing, you hit the ball, and it slices into a bunch of trees on the right. You can now open your eyes. This is when your Army or your Navy vocabulary kicks in at that particular, or maybe it doesn't. For most people, it kind of kicks in at that particular point. Now, what's the really upsetting thing there? It's not so much that the ball is in the trees, is it? So what is it? What is it that you'd be upset about if you've just sliced it into the trees?
Made all that
You didn't
preparation.
focus it before you hit the ball.
Okay,
You put all that preparation and then you didn't follow through with it.
good. Anyone else want to give it a go?
You know you can do it, but you didn't do it anyway.
Good. So the upsetting thing, I believe, is that the ball didn't go where you intended it to go. So put up your hand if that now, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, good. So then who's ever experienced that? Okay, I'm surprised not all hands went up. Good on you guys. So what's really wrong with your golf? Your natural way of hitting a golf ball is not very effective. You become mechanical about the whole thing. You start trying to keep your right elbow in, doing this, and trying not to do that. You are no longer just hitting that ball. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, no wonder you act surprised when it doesn't go where you want it to go. So, you need to get back to hitting the ball as a natural action. Now, there's a whole break, it's called the Breaking 80 program. Regardless if you need to break 100, 90, 80, 70, it's all for you. It's called the Breaking 80 program, but it covers everything. It's built around exercises designed to give you a natural ability to hit the ball, and you can actually gain years of successful experience in a matter of hours. Put up your hand if you don't want that. Good. When this happens, the real fun in golf begins. The more you play, the better you will get. It becomes as predictable as throwing a ball around the course. Who's ever done that? Chris, you threw some.
Wait,
When we were out at Tanawa.
only out of bunker.
Come on. You threw it. Did I get the ball to throw it?
Oh yeah, I think you did.
Thank you. All right. Good, Chris. Thank you. Great golfers are like magicians to watch. The average golfer could watch them 1,000 times and still not comprehend the key trick that allows them to hit the ball so far, so straight, and so effortlessly. Now, you could look at these swings in slow motion and make a detailed analysis of every part of their body and still be no closer to unlocking the mystery. Now, I believe this is what's happening in our day and age. It's my opinion that there's more information virtually written about golf than all the other sports combined. and it's all in magazines, it's all in pictures, and they're describing all of these things, and you still are no closer to understanding what you're supposed to do. Who's ever read golf magazines? Who's ever watched YouTube golf? Yes, they've practiced for years. Yes, they may have great natural ability, but you know there is something that they are doing that you don't know about. You probably have had moments where your swing worked effortlessly only to have the magic disappear. Now, you have the natural ability to play great golf. Isn't that good to hear? Imagine what it would be like if you could play golf to your full natural ability. Tell a person beside you what sort of scores you'd be having and what sort of enjoyment you'd be having. Tell the person beside you. Break 50? Nice. Hell of a game, huh? Someone's ringing in trying to get the information.
They want their golf program.
They want it now. Okay, thank you for that. So the Break-In 80 program, the key findings of the Break-In 80 program. Traditional golf instruction usually teaches by describing where the body must be at particular time in the golf swing. Researchers of the Break-In 80 program found that the positions reached in the downswing were an indirect result of trying to do something entirely different. Now, has this got anyone excited or angry right now? Chris? That's good. Does this make sense, any of this, or is it just one big confusion, do you think?
You're making perfect sense, mate.
Oh, Chris. Thanks, mate.
Here to support you, mate.
The breakthrough discovery, evaluating the golf shot as a pushing action rather than a pulling action, led to the breakthrough. The result is a unique program with these characteristics. A mechanically simple stroke forms the basis of every shot. This stroke is powerful, it's accurate, it's reliable, and can be mastered by normal people. The stroke is learned through special exercises that give years of successful experience in a matter of hours. The difficult thing about that statement for me is we still have to work at it. We still have to practice. Hence, these are all the things that Atomo and Jamie will take up in a moment. Once mastered, this stroke is brutally efficient and feels totally natural. The real joy of golf begins. Once you have a repeating stroke mastered, you stop worrying about yanking the ball left or peeling it off to the right. Now you start thinking about whether to fade or draw the ball. Who'd like that?
Jeez, that'd be great.
Thanks, Chris. You really are good support. The Break-In 80 program delivers results only dreamt about. Effort and reward. The improvement in your golf will be directly proportional to the effort you put in. This is reward for effort, something golf has rarely delivered in the past. You'll probably notice actually that at the top, has everyone got this cheat sheet in front of them? You'll notice that at the top left there, there's two QR codes. The one at the very top, if you want to speak with me about anything, any questions that you might have. We'll also do a bit of a Q&A at the end of the seminar, but also if you want to get with me at all, that's that top one there. And joining the Break-In 80 program, 4-week trial, $1. That bottom QR code is the one that'll take you through to the whole Break-In 80 program. Make sense? So with that said, I would like to now have you welcome up Atomo. Yes.
So you guys want to